Hey guys, welcome in. It's Tom. Today I have a very special interview that I'm about to do, and I'm really excited about it. We're going to find out a lot about this person and see what his new series is about. And today we're going to be interviewing the one and only RhinoMan. So let's get him on in here and see what he has to say about his new series called A SlotTubers Journey. That's what this interview is about. We're going to talk to him about it, see what it's about, and find out a little bit more about the RhinoMan. Okay, let's get him in. Thank you, Tom, for having me in on your show. I really appreciate the opportunity to come in and talk about my new series, A SlotTubers Journey. This is SlotTubers Get It on Camera. Of course, we know all SlotTubers get it on camera, and if they don't, they're really disappointed. Okay, everybody, the first question that we have for RhinoMan here is, who is RhinoMan? RhinoMan, take it away. Basically, I am a 54-year-old big kid, and I raised 4 kids on my own since my youngest was 6 and my oldest was 11, 3 girls, 1 boy. Me having to raise those kids on my own was the best thing that ever happened to me. It allowed me to build such a great relationship with all of my daughters and my son. They would have to rely on me to talk about things that normally they wouldn't talk to me about. But that built our relationship a little bit stronger. I immersed myself into everything that they did. Every sporting event, every cheerleading event, whatever it was, they would either look over at the sideline and see me cheering for them, or look over at the sideline and see me coaching for them, because I did that as well. So that's who I am. That's RhinoMan, period. That's awesome. That's some great insight. I never knew a lot of those things. So thank you, RhinoMan, for answering that. The next question we have is, what made you become a SlotTuber? Well, basically, after my kids got older and started moving out and going to college and just moving away, that left me with this big void of what to do. And so I'd spend my time at the casinos. I love the casinos. It's the only place where I could go and do all of my vices in one place. Drink, gamble, smoke, party, you name it. At the casino is the place for all your vices, and that is where I went. And so for about a year, I would go to the casinos and I would see people recording, and I would watch YouTube channels and say, hey, I'm going to do that. I'm going to start recording my bonuses when I start playing and, start my own YouTube channel. I tell all my friends, yeah, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'll start a YouTube channel. But procrastination set in, and I did that for about a year. I would be talking about it, but no action, nothing. My girlfriend got tired of hearing about it and said, you know what, you're not going to do it. Stop talking about it. And I guess that was the kick that made me say, hey, I'm going to do it. I when I'm not at the casinos, I'm spending time on my phone watching other SlotTubers produce these videos and everything else, and I enjoy it. So might as well start doing it myself. So that's what I started doing. Started going to casinos, recording bonuses and stuff. Knew nothing about YouTube, but that comes later on. Anyway, so that's what made me start. My love for casinos, my love for slots, and basically talking about it so much that the people around me got sick of it. And once they started telling me, no, you're not going to do it, that's when I said, hey, I got to do something. Thank you for that question. Very good. Fantastic. A lot of our viewers are asking, why rhinos? It's not a common animal, so why are you so attached to rhinos, and what's the significance behind rhinos for you? Okay, so this is near and dear to my heart. Rhinos have been something that I've collected for a long time as a kid. Growing up, I don't know, I had a fixation with rhinos. I think when I was like 6 or 7 years old, we went to San Diego Safari Park, and I got to see one, and that was just awesome as a kid. So I've been collecting them since then. As I started growing up, I started getting into different businesses, and I was in sales for a while and sort of took on that rhino persona. You know, a rhino won't stop at anything. It'll just keep charging and charging and charging. You put a wall in front of it, it's going to keep going and keep going. The only time it stops is to enjoy some food, yucca yucca bushes. That's what rhinos eat. So I took on that persona. It's persistence, it's charging, it's never stopping, always going until you get what you want. And even then, you got to keep going after that. Excuse me, I'm going to have some coffee. So started collecting them. And as a father of four, you have a lot of birthdays, Father's Days, Christmas, everything that the kids started giving me rhinos. And more and more of them were little presents, from the very tiny to, you know, pins, which is pretty cool. And then my collection behind, every time we went on a family vacation, you know, I took the kids to New Zealand once and I got a couple of rhinos there. That was pretty awesome. Hawaii, anywhere we go, San Diego, San Francisco, Texas, you'll find a rhino pretty much anywhere you go. And I would collect them. My motto, no rhino left behind. So, you know, I built up a collection of like 2,400 rhinos. That's just ballpark figure. I know I have way more than that. Anything from, you know, wall decorations to rings to pins, any of those type of things. That's where I got that from. Okay, so talking about the rhinos and everything else made me forget I had to put a couple more on. So this is a rhino necklace, and this will be on my store. I also have a storefront on the internet, RhinoMansSlots.com, where I'll be selling merchandise. Have my rhino, good luck rhino ring, pretty awesome. Anyway, that's down the line. So that's why rhinos. It's my spirit animal. It's the persona that I've taken on, and I roll with it. That's basically it. Wow, so you've been into rhinos for a while then. That's fantastic. So our next question comes from SlotTuber. What is the SlotTubers Journey about? Well, basically, it's to document my journey that I'm going through, because everybody's going through a journey, and documenting it is important. I'm hoping that, you know, as I learn, as I'm going through this journey, I could share what I learned with other SlotTubers that will cut their learning curve down and help somebody else out. I know in the beginning, I didn't know anything. I didn't know nothing about YouTubing. I didn't know nothing about getting the photos off my camera. Anyway, so, you know, that's the main thing about this, is just documenting the journey that I'm going through, and then developing it as I go along into something else, something better. That's fantastic. Okay, so what do you hope to accomplish with this new SlotTuber series journey? Well, the number one thing is to document everything. The other one is to help other SlotTubers. I know, you know, some of the SlotTubers that are in my neck of the woods are huge SlotTubers. Like NG, he plays at my local casino all the time. I see him. You know, you ask them questions and, you know, how do you start out? What do you do? And they're huge, and they've been doing this for years. So, you know, their advice, they may have forgot the little details that it's taken them when they first started out. So, number one, document. Number two, help out other SlotTubers in a way that the huge SlotTubers don't do. You know, I remember NG's advice to me, get a tripod. You know, I understand, get a tripod, but, you know, what I was looking for was, you know, how do you get your photos off of your camera onto your thing? And, you know, they're so far removed from that, that they really can't, I don't want to say remember, I'm sure they do remember, but the process of this journey is learning. And the good thing about it was I did learn how to do those things on my own. And so hopefully I could share that with you and maybe cut down your learning curve just a little bit so that you could succeed a little bit faster. First things that I had to learn as a SlotTuber were, how do I get the videos from my phone onto the computer so I could edit them? And then what kind of editing software? Things like that. If you're starting out, you probably know those, but maybe the way that I do it might be better for you. So, checking it out might not be so bad. Helping other SlotTubers. Where that came from was basically, I think, my third weekend to recording videos. I was at Harrah's in SoCal, and I was downstairs and I was looking at different machines that I was going to play, and I ran across this guy who was recording videos, and I sat down on the machine a little bit away from him, let him finish recording his bonus, and then I started talking to him. And it turns out that this guy was the most helpful person that I've ever ran across. His name is Jim Panella, Rhino Slots. Of all things, Rhino Slots. I was asking him, how do you like YouTubing? How did you start out? He stepped away from his machine and we sat there and we talked for about 35, 40 minutes. He was just so helpful. He gave me his business card and I saw Rhino Slots and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm RhinoMans Slots. Here's, my YouTube channel. And we hit it off like that. Now, doing YouTube, you're going to meet a lot of people that you would have never met if not for YouTubing or SlotTubing. And I did meet Jim SlotTubing. I would have never met him any other way, but he is like a kindred soul with me and our love for rhinos. After that day that I met him, we connected on Facebook and we've been talking ever since. He's helped me out when things got kind of down for a minute and I was like, I don't know if this is for me. Talking to him, he introduced me to other SlotTubers, Blain from Spinning and Winning Slots, connected with them on Messenger and just started talking, and the embrace that I got from other YouTubers has been fantastic. So, if I could pass some of that along to somebody else and help them out in their journey, that's what I want to do. I think I find more joy in that, meeting new people and learning from others than anything else. That's been one of the best things that's happened to me so far. Talking to these people online and meeting some of them in the casinos. Real Twinning Slots. I've met them. They're wonderful girls. I mean, it's the meeting new people is awesome. And you meet people and you develop friendships and relationships and it expands into something more. And SlotTubing has allowed me to do that. And I am so excited for all of the people that I'm about to meet. I'm going to be going to the casinos, Sandman, and trying to hook up with other SlotTubers. Yoshi Slots has been very supportive of my channel. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's, helped me and supported me so far. And it's just tremendous. And I'm very thankful for that. And I hope I could pass that along to somebody else. I mean, that is amazing. And I know Jim, he's not feeling well right now, but he's going to bounce back and everything's going to be great. So, thank you, Jim. Thank you for stepping in and helping me out. I really appreciate that. Okay, so the third thing that I would like to do with this SlotTuber series is build a network of SlotTubers that bounce ideas off of each other. Maybe do monthly Zoom meetings or WebExes or something where we could all communicate with each other online and bounce ideas off and see what's working. Maybe do some cross-channel challenges where, it just depends on, what ideas would come up, the brainstorming sessions. Those are always good to get some momentum going and get some excitement built up around your channel, especially when you're first starting out. So that's key. Maybe do some casino takeovers where we plan up to meet at a casino and do some live sessions. If not live sessions, just record videos with a bunch of different YouTubers. I see live sessions online all the time with other SlotTubers, and they're always fun and exciting because energy bounces off of energy, and it just steamrolls, and you get some really good videos that way. And putting those on your channel is always fun because it's exciting and everything else. So that's the third thing that I'd like to do. The other thing that I'll be doing is, as I'm doing these videos, I plan on putting one out every other week in the beginning until I get used to putting these together. These are a little bit more work than just the videos that you're shooting of slots. And I'll continue to do those because I love doing those. But this is something else that I'm learning that I want to get into, and filming these type of videos where I give you some instructions on what I've done and what I've learned, over my short period of time here at YouTube being a SlotTuber. But hopefully that helps somebody else out. But the real thing that I want to do is advertise and help other slot channels out. So if you want me to announce your slot channel on this series, SlotTubers Journey, send it to me in an email and let me know. I'll answer all of them. RhinoManslots@gmail.com. Go ahead and send me your YouTube channel. I won't put them all in one video, but as I start producing these videos, I'll put some shout outs and I'll put some links to your channel in my video. Some of the channels that I like, I'll throw in there too. So just keep that in mind. That's a work in progress, and I'm going to try and develop something where we're always helping each other out. That's the key to YouTube. Always help other YouTubers out and you're going to grow faster. So that's what a SlotTuber's Journey is about. Sounds wonderful. As you say, Rhinotastic. Okay, Rhino Man, we have a good question here from one of our viewers that says, what are the 4 things that are must-have to be a SlotTuber? 4 must-haves in order to be a SlotTuber. Okay, number one, and these are all of the same importance. They're all necessities to becoming a SlotTuber. One, you need to have a camera or a phone or something to record your videos. Obviously, you can't be a SlotTuber unless you're recording your videos. Check it out. SlotTubers get it on camera. Don't forget that. So you need a camera. That's first and foremost. You need a slot machine. You need to be able to film the slots that you're playing. So therefore, you have to be going to the casino. Whether it's once, whether it's twice, whatever it is, once, twice a week, a month, you need to be able to film the slots. So you need to have a local casino, or you need to be able to get to a casino as often as possible. The more videos you film, the better you're going to be. The more videos you put out, the better you're going to be. Third thing, and this is just as important as camera and slot machines. You need money. You can't play slot machines without money. So be prepared to spend some money, whether you're playing low ball or high limit, or you're just in between, or you just casually do it. You need money to play slot machines. So if you don't have money, you don't have a phone or a camera, and you don't have slot machines, this isn't the niche for you. So find a different niche. And then the third thing you have to have, or the final thing you have to have in order to be a SlotTuber, is you have to love playing slots. If you don't love what you're doing, it's going to seem like work and it's not going to be good. So this is a long-term journey. You got to keep that in mind. And you're going to be doing these videos and you're going to be playing slot machines quite a bit. So just keep that in mind. You have to love playing slots if you want to be a SlotTuber. So those are my 4 things that you absolutely must have to be a SlotTuber. Yeah, those are definitely must-haves if you're going to be a SlotTuber. I could see the connection between those. It's not just obvious, but it's beyond obvious. Thank you for answering that question. And the next thing are, what are 5 things that you need to make your channel grow? I know you haven't been doing it that long and you're still in the process of growing your channel, but you've had a lot of successful businesses and so on. So I guess you could transition that from slot tubing to from other businesses to slot tubing. 5 things that you need to have to grow your channel. And these are pretty basic too, but sometimes people don't realize that. Number 5, you have to be a consumer of slot videos. You know what? If you want your channel to grow, you got to see what's out there. I'm not telling you to be exactly like NG or be exactly like Lady Luck or somebody else, but you have to be a consumer. You have to know what you like in order to build your channel based on that. So as long as you look at what you like out there and examine other slot channels, there might be a slot channel that only has 50 viewers, but for whatever reason, you love that slot channel, then that's something you have to look at. Maybe you could incorporate some of what they're doing into the way that you produce your videos. Number 4, you have to be consistent at posting videos. Whether it's once a day, twice a week, once a month, once every quarter, whatever it is, just be consistent at doing it. And remember, it's a long-term journey. You're not going to put a video out there today and think, wow, I'm going to get 1,000 hits, I'm going to get 1,000,000 hits, because it's not going to happen unless you hit some super grand and everybody else follows you and you have a big family and you have a big group of friends that pass it around. It's not going to happen. Don't expect it to happen. Don't be disappointed. Just keep on your journey. Be yourself. Enjoy your videos. If you're enjoying what you're doing, it's going to be easy to produce these videos. If you love producing videos, you love filming videos, then this will be fun for you, and just take it as such. It's a long-term journey. It's not an overnight thing where you're going to be monetized right away and get money coming in and rolling and everything else. It doesn't happen that way. Just be patient and learn as you grow. That's really, really important. Enjoy learning. That's the 3rd thing. You have to enjoy learning. When I started out, I knew nothing about YouTube. I knew nothing about putting videos together, editing videos, how to do it, how to put them together. None of that. I had to learn as I go. And I found that as much as I love putting videos together and filming videos, I love the learning process of YouTube a lot. It's starting to be just as much as I love playing them. Every day I'm learning something new. And that's what I want to share with you. How your videos transition, how you could take out a background screen, how you could add stuff to your videos, add writing. And YouTube's fantastic. They have a lot of tutorials out there that can help you with your learning process. And I say be a consumer and soak up all that knowledge. The more you learn, the better you are. You don't know what you don't know until you start doing it. So I hope you enjoy learning, because you are definitely going to learn as you go. And you'll learn what you like and what you don't. And then you just keep building off of that. Number 2. Be yourself. I know I said earlier, be a consumer of videos and slot channels and everything else. That's fantastic. You can be a consumer to find out what you like, but be yourself. Don't go on somebody else's channel and see what they're doing and then try and replicate it, because it's not going to happen. You're going to be there and you're going to be trying to be somebody else, and they're going to say, no, he's just trying to be like that other guy, and they're just going to lose interest. You won't be able to keep up that level of enthusiasm for your channel as that person did, building it up over years and building his brand and building his style or her style of a video. So just be yourself. And again, it's another point I touched on earlier. Be patient. Be patient and work through the process. You'll go a lot further if you understand that it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of filming. It's going to take a lot of trips to the casino, which I know everybody loves, but it's going to take a lot of that to get your channel up and running. Here's a bonus tip. And I'll get into these videos later on. I will show you how-to tutorials on how I put my videos together and everything else. But this is a tip that has helped me out. Evaluate yourself after posting videos. Not every single video, but evaluate your post and look at them. Say you post 5 videos. Go back to the first one, go back to the 5th one. See if you're improving. If you're improving, keep doing what you're doing. Find other ways to improve. Find other ways to innovate your channel so that it grows with your personality. I go back through my videos every once in a while. I know when I started previewing my own videos from the very first one, I noticed that, you know, when I put out the description and the title and everything else, I didn't have any hashtags in there. I didn't do any of that. So I went back through my videos and I put hashtags in the titles and descriptions, and I did a little bit of editing on some of that, so that way I could get some more traffic through to my channel. And it seems to be working. I've gotten some hits on some of the older videos that I've posted, and that seems to be working well. Reviewing your analytics, don't pay too much attention to those in the beginning. Just keep pushing out. Look at your analytics, but review your channel, say once a month, once every 2 months, just to see if you're improving. Okay, so for this introductory video, that's about all. Give us a little bit of a description of what we're going to be seeing in your next upcoming episodes, and what's this series going to involve. My next video, I will show you and do a demonstration of the video editing software that I use, the external hard drive that I use, because that's important. You know, if you're going to start producing these videos a lot, you need to have an external hard drive, because I don't know what you're working with, but I use a laptop and I use everything on my external hard drive. I have my editing software on there. I have 4 terabytes. It's good for now. I'll have to upgrade it soon, but it's been good to this point. I've been able to load all of my videos on there, all of my editing software. I could take it with me anywhere. I could work off of any computer pretty much, but I have my laptop and I work that way. There's a lot you can do with your phone. That'll be in another video, and then I will start showing you, you know, how I edit my intros. I have a lot of funny intros that I've been doing. I'm trying something new. I'm learning something new, so I'm going to pass that on to you. How I put the characters out there, how I change the different intros for every video. I try and customize it to the game that I'm playing. So I'll show you how to do that. Very simple, quick tutorial. Hopefully it'll cut down your learning curve. But until the next video, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, if you like this video, if you want me to shout out to your channel, put a link to your channel in any of these videos, hit me up, RhinoMans Slots at gmail.com, or you could just message me in the comments. I'm open to anything. If you would like to be part of a SlotTuber collaboration group where we could, you know, get together and do Zoom meetings or just brainstorm online through Messenger or whatever it is, please let me know. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do cross-channel challenges. I'm happy to share all of the things that I have, or all of the ideas that I have going forward. Believe me, I have a lot. I'm very excited to grow my channel. I'm very excited to help others grow their channel. And hopefully we could put together a nice little SlotTuber syndicate together. Anyway, until next time, RhinoMan out. Fantastic. Thank you, RhinoMan, for allowing us to take this opportunity to get to know you, get to know this new series that's coming out, A SlotTubers Journey. I'm really excited. I can't wait to start seeing the videos, start seeing what you have in store, and hopefully all of those predictions and ideas that you've developed come to life and they flourish for you. I'm super excited and can't wait for everybody else to enjoy the videos as much as I do. Thank you very much.